What's upside down?
The screen should be upside down, or like the logo should be upside down, since we're talking mirror universe.
Okay,
Right.
well, let's get
Maybe
going,
not.
shall we?
Okay.
All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Aft Deck, the Star Trek Discovery After Show, which I was just informed as we were going live that I should have flipped my title screen upside down. For anyone who saw the episode, you know what that means. All right. So let's talk Star Trek. Tonight we're doing Season 3, Episode 10, Terra Firma, Part 2. Hello, Daniel. How are you?
Oh, I'm great. How are you?
I am wonderful.
Fantastic.
And we should have a third person with us. Maybe she'll beam
Oh.
in. And, oh,
Yeah.
there she is.
Oh. Hi guys. Sorry I'm late. I was just finishing up a spa treatment in my agonizer booth. But I'm ready to go now. Very refreshed.
Excellent.
Very refreshed.
And guess who is already with us, joining us at the top of the show? Wendy.
Oh,
She's on time, and she's in Massachusetts. How are you, Wendy?
Snowsachusetts. Massachusetts.
I swear, today it felt like we were going to have snow here. It was so cold.
It is still cold. I just went out
Yeah.
to the mailbox. It is super cold today.
But you were probably still in shorts.
I was not. Why would I?
Oh,
have
not
been
you.
short?
Sorry.
Oh.
No, I wear shorts all the time, even when it's super cold.
Oh, I see. Well, that's
Amanda
messed
Whitcomb is here. Hi, Amanda.
Amanda,
Oh.
yay!
And Wendy, next time I look and feel like shit, I'm going to blame on Agonizer. I think we all should at this point. And she also says that they had a foot of snow. And now
Oh,
it's
wow.
around 50.
Okay.
Holy smokes.
15
Wow.
degrees Celsius.
I thought she meant like 15 inches. Like they had 12 inches of snow. Now it's 15. But that might not be the case. You're probably on the right track with
Oh.
degrees.
Maybe we had a foot of snow and now it's 15 feet.
Maybe. All right. So did you guys enjoy the episode today?
Very much so.
Mhm.
Okay, awesome. So give me your overall impressions of the whole thing. And we'll talk spoilers in a minute. Daniel, you may go first. Or Vandy, you go first.
Yeah, go for it.
Well, I enjoyed the mirror universe portion of the story. I wasn't always sure where they were going with it. It took a couple of twists. I'm still not 100% sure to what extent what we saw actually happened, but I think we're meant to understand that it did on some level. It was on some level true, and I thought it was a good way to give us another mirror episode. And I wouldn't be surprised if Discovery is going to be dedicated to giving us one of those per season, like Deep Space Nine used to. Even if that's the one for this season, as it looks like, then I think it was a pretty good one. And it was good to see Arium again, sort of.
Yeah, pre-accident Arium.
But I especially, I even more so enjoyed the non-mirror universe part of the episode, especially the big reveal near the end.
Right.
Because I thought it was nice to see that character / phenomenon again.
Right. Absolutely. All right, Daniel, what do you say?
I enjoyed it. I mean, I thought it was a really good series finale. I mean, definitely.
Well, you know that it wasn't the series finale.
I'm sorry, Michelle Yeoh's gone, so it's a finale for me.
Discovery is now dead to Daniel.
Yeah, pretty much.
Exactly.
Yep. It ended with her leaving. Oh, well, I wonder what happens to the Discovery crew. I don't care. I'm kidding, kinda. No.
Come on, you have to care a little.
Well, no, I honestly, yes, I do care. And what I've realized after watching today's episode was I was really interested in the Terran, everything going on in the Terran universe.
Yeah.
And now that we're back to like the ship lost in the storm cloud or whatever, I want to go back and see what happens from the fallout.
I tell you, I would not mind one bit a whole mirror universe series. I think that would be, I mean, it would have to not be, the Discovery crew, because you can't have them do like 2 series back to back, but just something set in the mirror universe would be really very cool. You sound dubious.
Yeah, I think mirror universe episodes are like a garnish to a season of Star Trek. And would you eat an entire bowl full of cilantro?
Well, I wouldn't eat cilantro.
Yeah,
but I might eat a bowl full of parsley.
Okay, well then you're just defective, and there's no more to say about that. But I mean, seriously, what would a mirror universe series even be like? I mean,
awesome is what it would be like.
I mean, you'd have to have sympathetic characters, or you'd have to have characters growing toward becoming sympathetic, or people aren't going to like them.
Sure, you would have that over and over, because every time they did, someone would murder them. So you'd have to establish a new POV
characters every episode.
Exactly. Not episode, but every season, maybe every story arc. Yeah, that'd be great.
And there'll be one episode where they cross over into the Prime universe and see how crazy it is.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Instead of doing a mirror, they do their own mirror universe episode where they cross over into ours.
And when they crossed over into the Prime universe, they would teach a Prime universe character how to be more ruthless.
Yes.
Just to continue with
exactly. Wendy is jumping ahead a little bit and says, Daniel, I hope you watch The Ready Room.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. She was in it, so I watched it.
And she was adorable.
Yeah, she really is.
Adorable?
Yeah. Yeah.
I've been enjoying Michelle Yeoh's work for decades now.
Yeah.
Literally decades. I don't think she's ever inspired the word adorable in my mind.
Then you've never really seen her.
Apparently not. I mean, sex bomb is a word that often comes to mind when I think of Michelle Yeoh.
Yes.
In a mirror universe series, there could be so many guest stars because, like Alan said, they get killed off. Right. So, speaking of guest stars, and this is again jumping forward a little bit, but this just made me think of it. We got some like rando dude when we could have had a nice little confrontation with Lorca, but instead we got like his stooge.
Right.
Like that we've never heard of before or seen before. And I just felt like that lacked. I mean, if you were going to have Lorca, it would need to be a more substantial scene than what they got anyway.
Right.
But it just felt like it really lacked impact.
I just assumed Jason Isaacs was not available. I checked. Yeah. I checked his IMDb entry, and his list of upcoming projects is like 10 projects long. So
I'm sure. I mean, I was surprised that they got him for a full season. So I'm anytime that he would be able to come back, I would be thrilled. But that would be some hard doing. Right. And my buddy Sharon, one of the guitar players in my Heart cover band, Heartisans. What's up, Sharon? She loved the episode. How many pages of notes did you take this time, Bandy Beth?
Just one.
Oh, single spaced?
No.
Okay.
No, it's not the volume, Alan.
College rule?
What'd you say, Daniel?
College rule or wide rule?
It's on my iPad. So
So the question still stands. No, I'm kidding.
So 21st century ruled.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about what we have seen of Giorgio from episode 1, 3 years ago, up till now, and the whole journey that her character has taken. Daniel, I know that you started watching because Michelle Yeoh was guest starring in the first couple of episodes.
Yep.
So, what are your thoughts about her character arc, the overall entire arc that we've had for 3 seasons now?
I enjoyed the way they set her up as being like Mrs. Starfleet and being like the epitome of what a Starfleet captain is and can be and what they strive to be. And then
That's like Kate Mulgrew starring in Mrs. Columbo. Anyway, go ahead.
I'm sorry, Daniel. That's Dr. Starfleet.
Oh, apologies.
She worked very hard for that title.
My apologies. But you get that, and then you introduce Mirror Universe Giorgio, who's just the complete opposite. And you go in thinking, oh, I'm going to get this awesome, like perfect Starfleet captain, who is a badass, but then you get badass Emperor. I don't know, words are escaping me right now. You get the complete opposite of the Giorgio that you think you know. And then over the course of these 2 seasons since then, you get kind of see her observe a lot of things. And that's one thing I wish they'd done a little bit more of, because, at the end of the episode, everyone's like toasting to her like they were friends. And I'm like, I would have liked to have seen her walls come down a little bit more in some of the previous episodes. I mean, I think she shared popcorn with Linus, didn't she?
Yes.
So, and he wasn't there.
No,
tonight.
it was Linus.
It was Linus.
And that reminds me, there's one thing that these episodes have completely lacked, and that is Mirror Linus. I want Mirror Linus. He can be the star of my Mirror Universe show.
There you go.
Once again, dubious.
Yeah, I mean, if we continue my supposition from a few weeks ago that Linus's planet discovered a book of Peanuts comic strips and modeled their society after it, maybe in the Mirror Universe, it was a different book. It was, I don't know, Garfield. And so in the Mirror Universe, they never joined the Federation. They just kept perfecting their lasagna recipes.
Oh, this is why I keep you around, Vandy Beth.
I knew there had to be a reason.
Okay, so, well, Vandy Beth, give me your thoughts about Giorgio's overall story arc for the 3 years.
Well, I got to say, one I would say story tick that Star Trek has always been guilty of that kind of irritates me is that Star Trek tends to view every character who's not a Federation human as a failed person, basically. And to the extent that these characters have arcs over the course of whatever series they're in, the arc is about them becoming more successful people, i.e., becoming more like the Federation humans. You saw that especially in the Ferengi arc in Deep Space Nine.
Yes,
you saw it to a certain extent with Data as a character, and to a certain extent with Spock as a character over the course of that character's lifetime. And I feel like we get that in spades with the Mirror Universe. It's the Mirror Universe that the Mirror Universe has the people there have a certain way of doing things, and that way is wrong.
Yes.
And they have to become more like us over time. And I think that's the way they went with Giorgio, and it was a little disappointing because I think the characters was just so engaging, especially at the beginning of the season, where she was still very much her Terran self, and had made very few compromises to in the with the aim of going along to get along with the people she found herself with now. And so I'm not entirely sure I like where she came to as a person in this episode. And furthermore, we were told that she was being tested. I want to know who was administering that who was proctoring that test.
It was like a Star Trek version of The Good Place.
Exactly.
That's
Where
the whole time. That's what I'm thinking.
You're basic. Because I get that now.
Yeah. We're all basic, Alan.
Yeah. But so based off what you were building upon, I mean, do you think she actually saved herself enough to be saved? Because it just doesn't seem like every motivation she had was still about self-preservation and how she could further her empire and rule with Michael.
Well, I think that was more about redeeming Michael than about ruling with Michael. And I think we saw that at the end with the betrayal. I don't know if we can reveal that far into the episode yet or not. But,
may as well.
Okay.
Reveal away.
Go for it.
Well, I just did.
Oh, okay. Great. Expected a reenaction.
A what?
A reenaction. Never mind.
Okay.
He wants you to reenact something.
Yes, never mind.
Okay. George thinks the written in congratulatory scenes are getting a bit much.
True. I completely agree with George.
The mirror universe is human supremacism, so they would not have Linus on the ship. But see, that may be true, but Linus, I mean, they have Kelpians on the ship, but Linus wouldn't be who he is now. Linus would be like this big monster kind of like reptile dude who will slay everyone in his path. He will not be the comic relief that we know him to be now. See, I've got this whole series all worked out in my head.
Okay.
Let's see. Or if Linus' species was there, he'd be either food or some kind of sex slave. I don't see why he can't be both.
Well, the sex slave idea put some thoughts in my head. I'd rather not be there.
You fuck them, then you eat them. Just saying.
If Giorgio had her way and she stayed on later this season, that's probably where it would have ended.
Well, that's true. That is true.
Because her and Linus had a thing.
Sharon pipes in. I've been rewatching seasons 1 and 2 over the past week because Will on RR kept referring to plot lines, on Ready Room, that I didn't remember. It's given me the chance to see time-compressed glimpse of Giorgio's story arc. Yeah. I did a rewatch of 1 and 2 before season 3 started, just to kind of refresh my eyeballs with all that stuff that had happened. It's a good show. Just going to say. So in the mirror stuff, not only did we get mirror pre-accident Arium, which I thought was really kind of cool. But Mirror Landry, who was literally there just to be killed and served no purpose. I'm not sure why you would, hire Rekha Sharma to come back other than, just to have her killed off. It just doesn't seem like it seems like a waste of her talent.
Woman's got to eat.
Well, her sex slave?
What?
There. She has to eat her sex slave?
Oh, no.
Okay.
No, she's Canadian. Come on.
But I also thought it was funny that they basically killed off Bryce in a line of dialogue. I don't think he had a single appearance on screen, and then he was assassinated. I love that assassination scene, though, where Detmer and Burnham are going after Rekha Sharma's character, Landry.
Landry.
I thought that was a lot of fun, but I also love that last, and I knew it was coming too. That last minute, like double cross of like, now Michael Burnham kills Detmer. Urgh. That was awesome.
So outside of Detmer, all the other people they killed, do we think were actually in line with Burnham, or did she frame them to? Because because more people came to her aid when they killed that dude in the cell. So she didn't kill all of them, or did she get more defectors after the fact?
I would assume they were all real conspirators, since Detmer was doing it with her. But
Yeah.
I also think we can't know that, and also it doesn't matter.
Everything matters for those to whom it matters.
From Giorgio's perspective, it wouldn't matter because I mean, Burnham was just making a statement, and it was the comm badges. She just needed a certain number of comm badges.
So she could have just replicated them.
She could have.
Yeah.
She could have, but Giorgio
teleported them off the ship.
Okay, Wendy is saying she agrees with George. The whole going around everybody, thanking everyone and tearing up. The Below Decks preview had another one of those.
Lower Decks.
Did Lower Decks have one of those?
When what's his face in the finale died?
Oh, Shax.
Spoiler.
Oh yeah, I forgot all about that.
This show is all about spoilers. Okay, Clarence, who is a guest on this show a number of times, says Giorgio experienced a better way to live than the cutthroat life she had known in the Mirror Universe. Exactly.
Well, yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. This that it's a better way of life is our point of view. This is a
exactly.
She comes from a universe where people have had this way of life for hundreds of years, and just a few months with people in our universe in the Federation convinces her that all that was wrong. That's my problem with Trek in general. Is you have that happening too much.
It does.
Everything we do is right and good, and you'll learn that if you just spend a little time with us.
It's almost like there's, and this goes back to previous series as well, that there are times when it seems like they introduce a new big bad only to have the next appearance be the big bad plus one member of its race who suddenly starts to think like we do.
Right.
It happened with the Hirogen. It happened with the Borg. It's happened repeatedly. It happened with the people who were the phage and all that nonsense in Voyager.
The Vidians.
Vidians, thank you. Yeah. I mean, and it really gets to you. It's almost like no alien race has their own point of view. They have to come around to our way of thinking in order to be a justified existence. Sorry. Let's see. She's talking about the Ready Room that had the sneak peek of people memorializing Georgia. Yes, so super spoiler for next week. The opening scene is continuing that funeral memorialization kind of thing, but with a different perspective, which is I thought it was really cool. George says they do the in-universe actor send-offs. Yes, sometimes. I mean, it's funny that they did it with Arium, in season 2, because for a character that you never knew a single thing about until the episode where she dies, and I thought Michelle Paradise did a phenomenal job of building that character up in a single episode to be somebody that meant something and that you cared about before they axed her at the end of the episode was an amazing feat. But then the next episode begins with this big funeral scene for a character that you knew nothing about 2 weeks prior. I just thought that it's bizarre. Okay.
I agree.
Chris says, wasn't Emperor Giorgio already questioning the cutthroat way of life? Her getting softer was Burnham's stated reason for going after her.
Not that I remember. I mean, Burnham would probably give that reason regardless, whether it was true or not. Because Burnham wouldn't be trying to take her down if she didn't think she was takedownable.
Takedownable.
Mm-hmm.
Sharon says, but isn't that baked into Star Trek canon? Isn't that an extension of Roddenberry's vision? I'd say sort of, yes. You know, the whole thing is about that humans can become better, and it too frequently becomes that the alien enemy can become better by becoming more like us.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So,
yeah, and then,
so we are the golden standard in the universe.
Right. But that doesn't mean it's always good storytelling to have that point of view.
It's true. It's good for your audience to, I don't know, it's like a way of reaffirming the lesson that you've been trying to impart onto your audience. See, even this crazy World War II Hirogen will eventually start to think like us because we have the right mind frame.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to ask you to stop referring to Voyager storylines.
You're wrong about Voyager.
No.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
afraid. No.
I'm going to get Daniel watching Voyager, and he's going to agree with me.
No.
So going back to season 1, Daniel, you watched it because of Michelle Yeoh. So
Correct.
2 episodes in, she gets killed.
Mm-hmm.
And you didn't watch it from that point on.
Correct.
Right. Until I called you one night and said, "Oh, you probably want to watch tonight's."
Yep. And yep, that's true. So yeah, when I started watching it again with Mirror Universe Giorgio, I had no idea who the hell Ash Tyler was. So I'm like, who's this dumbass?
He is that.
And so yeah, I was completely lost about a lot of that. Like, who's this rando that just shows up before I start watching it again? But yeah, I enjoyed it. I just I don't know, there's just something about Michelle Yeoh.
Are you more invested now
into Star Trek or Michelle Yeoh or
the show?
I mean, I'll finish out the season, which ended tonight, so I'm done. No, I do want to see where they go with this, and I'm really hoping we'll get some kind of. I would hate the idea that we have to wait till Section 31 comes out to know anything of what happened to her, or what happened to the Terran universe, where they deposit, if they put her back in Kirk and Spock's era, or if they put her somewhere a little further ahead where we haven't explored before, just because she also can get a clean slate on things.
Well, they laid out her condition pretty explicitly. They said she either has to go back to her own universe, or she has to go back to her original time if she's going to recover. And since we know they're not sending her back to her own universe, I think we just have to assume they're sending her back to her original time. Which would be,
so with Kirk and Spock.
Slightly earlier.
Pike and Spock. Okay.
Right.
Slightly earlier than Kirk and Spock.
Gotcha.
Okay.
I thought they went more vague. To me, it seemed like they went more vague with, like, they're going to put you in a time where it's more where the Prime and Terran universes are more closer together, but that may not necessarily be right where Pike and Spock necessarily are. But I mean, it makes no sense.
I suppose I have some wiggle room, but it also occurred to me Discovery doesn't have to wonder what happened to Giorgio, because now they can just look at their history books.
True. I honestly,
and then they don't find anything, and then they say, "Oh, I bet that whatever happened to her got classified too, just like us," because they won't find anything of themselves in it either.
True.
No, I have expected like some kind of goodbye video to appear that somehow was to be unearthed upon the arrival of Michael Burnham into whatever century we're in. I honestly expected that.
Sure, why
And
not?
Slightly
Maybe-
disappointed it didn't happen.
Maybe the Sphere AI has some sort of a subroutine triggered to activate and release information once this moment has arrived.
Right, like a Sally Sparrow thing.
Exactly like a Sally Sparrow thing.
Everything comes back to Doctor Who.
In fact, it'll be the 12 DVDs that Michael Burnham owns, which also accomplishes the goal of bringing everything back around to Michael again.
There you go.
Which is also paramount in this series, no pun intended.
Although I'm hoping now with Michelle Yeoh kind of gone that they kind of resolved all that and they can go into more of the ensemble. But again, that's probably wishful thinking.
Oh yeah, I do want to see the Section 31 show whenever it does, materialize. I want to see the first episode open with the Guardian of Forever showing up and Michelle Yeoh walking out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, where the hell am I? Why am I on this ship with Ash Tyler and whoever else is there? I want it to start exactly at that point. I just think that would be amazing.
Okay.
Thank you.
But we wouldn't see the Guardian of Forever. I mean, you don't, when you walk through the Guardian of Forever, you don't see it on the other side.
So we can. You only know it from one previous episode. The Guardian can do whatever it wants.
Okay.
And let's see, I got a couple of things here. We had an argument about Voyager. Vandy Beth is not wrong.
We didn't have an argument.
Voyager is the best.
Argument about Voyager.
Clarence loves Voyager. Okay, and Clarence is saying that Ash is supposed to be part of the new series. That's true. Vandy Beth and I. Oops. Vandy and I think the same thing at the same time.
That doesn't seem likely.
Sharon thinks that Michelle Yeoh might be back. She will be back as the star of the upcoming Section 31 series, which is going to be exciting. Is
that definitely happening?
It had been announced, I don't know, over a year ago, and it's not on it's not like specified on the upcoming slate of shows. We know that Prodigy is happening next, I believe, sometime next year. Season 2 of Picard is going to start production soon. Season 4 of Discovery has already started. Strange New Worlds should be starting sometime in the coming year. So 31 should be, it's in there somewhere, because I don't think that they have canceled it. I haven't heard that they have. And they tell me everything. What?
I'd be pissed if they cancel it and get into Michelle Yeoh leaves Discovery.
Yeah.
I figure the whole point of writing her off now is to eventually work on Section 31 in between all her film schedules and stuff. Right.
Hang on, let me consult my notes and see what else I wrote down. I think this is Sonequa's best episode. I absolutely love her over-the-top, angry, growly, kind of Mira Burnham. I loved it. I thought she was amazing in these episodes. And I think she, playing torture is incredibly difficult. And I absolutely loved the way she played being tortured in the agonizer booth. I just thought she was really, really great. Okay.
It occurred to me tonight that since women generally don't have facial hair, the female equivalent of a goatee to signify an evil character is black lipstick.
Somebody last week suggested, I think it was Wendy, suggested that it was the eye makeup that.
Maybe that too. So maybe just makeup in general. There's good makeup and there's evil makeup.
Clarence says that Michelle strongly implied on the Ready Room without outright saying it. Yeah. Will said, so, is Giorgio done? Is she gone? And she says, Giorgio is never gone. If you haven't watched it, it's a great episode. Wendy loved Mira Burnham. She was terrifying. I agree. I just thought she was amazing. And the costume design is the best of the season, I think. I mean, what they did with the mirror uniforms is just great. Sharon was upset when Sonequa left Walking Dead, but she made the right move. I never saw any of her episodes of Walking Dead. I watched the first 3 Walking Deads, and that was it.
She was great. I really enjoyed her in The Walking Dead.
Cool. Did she cry a lot in The Walking Dead? Is that what got her this role?
Actually, there's no crying in The Walking Dead. There's no crying in the zombie apocalypse.
Right?
I would be crying.
All right, let's jump out of the. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
That's why you wouldn't be there, Daniel.
Not for long.
Prior to the first one's eaten.
Yep.
Let's jump out of the mirror universe and into everything that happened in the last 10 minutes of the episode.
Wait a minute. I'm sorry to interrupt once more, but Wendy just commented that she wears black lipstick, which doesn't tell us it doesn't tell us what she thinks it's telling us. It's telling us that our Wendy is the evil Wendy.
Exactly.
How's her light sensitivity? Is that still a thing?
I mean, did Giorgio ever have that?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. I think it was just Lorca.
Oh, actually, I think I seem to remember there was a throwaway line of dialogue in one episode where she said something about getting surgery to improve her eyesight.
Oh. So why the hell didn't Lorca do that?
Cause.
Did he not have a good health plan? It was probably scheduled for the week after he switched with Prime.
Gotcha.
So Prime gets it, and he's just like, "What am I doing with this?"
Oh, that's another thing. When Mira Burnham told Giorgio that Lorca's code name was Vicar, and Giorgio said, "Oh, that means substitute." I thought that was a little hint that the Lorca we were talking about was actually the Prime Universe Lorca.
Aw, Sharon thinks we're hilarious. She's right.
Sharon is very perceptive.
Very much so.
Okay, so jumping on to the end of the episode, I thought it was interesting that Admiral Silverfox seems to not be totally pleased with Saru's performance and is like maybe a little, not suspicious, but a little untrustworthy of his judgment. I thought that was a very interesting sort of turn of events because they've already dealt with that with Burnham, and now they're having to deal with that with Saru too. Is Saru going to come round to Michael's way of thinking? Is he going to be a little less strict Starfleet?
I thought that was kind of dumb. That seemed like just manufactured conflict to me.
Yep. Yeah, because Saru had nothing to report, so why call the Admiral for a chit chat? Like, hey, what's up? What's up on your side of the universe?
I wasn't even referring to that. I was referring to Vance complaining about Discovery making use of Emerald Chain technology.
Oh,
right.
Yeah.
Right. I just thought that whole situation was kind of strange. It was almost like we need something for Admiral Silverfox to do this week.
He has a name, Alan.
And it is Silverfox. Thank you. I want a Pike and Vance spinoff. It'll be Captain Daddy and Admiral Silverfox.
Oh.
Okay.
That's really the one. That's really the one that I'm developing in my head. The Mirror Universe is like a side project, but
you can start the OnlyFans for that.
Actually, that's a great idea. Oh, diggity. Clarence is not trusting. He calls him Vance.
Because that's his name.
No. I liked getting Tig, Book, Adira, and Stamets in the same scene. Agreed. I love that scene.
Yeah, that was fun.
And I was quite surprised after 45 minutes of episode, all of a sudden Tig Notaro walks in. I was like, thank God she's there. God, she's the best. So we only have 3 episodes left in the season. Last year she did 5 episodes total in season 2. If she does that many now, we only have 2 more episodes of her out of the 3 upcoming. So that'll be plenty. As long as she ends strong. Does Alan do fanfic? He's so good with the names. Oh, if only you knew the fanfic I came up with in my head.
Don't encourage him.
Exactly. Oops, sorry. Okay, so 3 episodes left. Any predictions? Where is all this craziness going?
Well, it's going to that ship at the center of the burn phenomenon.
Yeah. Yep.
And I won't be shocked if it turns out to have something to do with Michael.
Of course it does.
Or possibly her mother.
There you go. I'm surprised we've only got 1 appearance of her mother so far, and it was just so thrown in. Hi, I'm suddenly a Romulan warrior nun. I
kind of like that, though, because at the beginning of the season when it was established, oh no, I've landed here in the future and I don't have any idea where my mother is, and Terra Elysian doesn't know about her either.
Right.
It had the feeling of something that they were just going to keep building up the suspense for.
Yeah.
And then, which would mean that, but when they finally paid that off, it wouldn't live up to the suspense that they had built up. So, just kind of short-circuiting that by just throwing her into an episode randomly like that, I actually liked, and I'm glad they did it that way.
But I don't know. I just thought that there would be more of her, which I'm fine that there's not more of her. But Burnham,
I do love that actress though, Sonia Sun. She was a main character. She played a main character in The Wire, if you've ever seen that.
I haven't, but I know that she was in that.
Yeah, it was a terrific series.
Sharon thinks that the burn sounds like a galactic STD.
That's what I was laughing at.
And of course, STD is the initials of Star Trek Discovery.
Well, there you go.
Sharon.
Yeah, that wraps it all up right there.
There you go.
If you feel a pain when you go to the bathroom, it may be dilithium exploding throughout the galaxy.
That's why I can't drink milk.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Okay. All right. So, any last? Oh, I'm sorry. Yes.
No, I was trying to think where the season. I was trying to finish where the answer your question.
Discovery goes to the Crab Nebula. Winning comment of the night. Okay, so any last parting thoughts about the episode? Anything that we didn't cover that we should have? That's a no, apparently.
You're not supposed to have food in here.
It's not food, it's candy.
It's an accessory.
It's an accessory. Oh my God. I love Tig so much.
Yeah.
It's interesting how they just kind of explained her away, like, oh, I'm working on some other project, and you're over here siphoning up all this
Right.
power from my project.
Right. Which apparently she's been working on for the past like 6 episodes.
Right. It's like a lower decks comment.
Right.
It was like a Lower Decks comment. Stammet saying, "Where the hell have you been?"
Amanda wants to see more of Saru doing hand-to-hand combat. Agreed.
Mhm.
Licorice is now canon. Dang it. There it is. The comment shifted right as I was doing that.
Right. Previous
the
to this, you only saw Licorice in some of the spin-off novels.
But it's funny, Licorice survived everything. It survives the burn, survives. Yeah. Couldn't Skittles survive? I guess we could replicate Skittles. Sorry, candy tangent.
Candy tangents are allowed.
Thanks.
I mean, if cake is eternal, then certainly candy is too.
Better be.
Right? I mean,
Oh, my Starburst.
what's life worth living if there's no candy?
It's not. It's not, Alan.
Thank you. What is this? We got a little Tig as a treat. Exactly. And she is a treat. I adore her. Okay, so yes.
Yeah, just a
Oh,
quick
yeah.
quick
Go for it.
actor note. The you're right. We should have seen Lorca himself and not his lieutenant. But that guy who played his lieutenant was Daniel Kosh, who was the evil protogen scientist in The Expanse a couple of seasons ago.
Oh, yes. Okay.
He was an alien too, wasn't he?
Not in The Expanse.
Well, no, not in The Expanse, but he was in the original Alien movie, I think.
Oh,
No,
that alien.
no, I don't think he
No?
was. I mean, he's not.
Uh,
I don't think he's old enough to. You're probably thinking of Ian Holm, who looks
The
a little
review
bit
I read
like him.
tonight lied to me then.
He played Ripley's cat in Alien. Anyway.
Yeah.
All right. So do the wrap up. Give us your score from 1 to 10 on this episode. And also on the two-parter, the full two-parter, if you like, if there's a separate score.
Well, let me write this down.
Well, while he's writing, Vandybeth, you go right ahead.
But is he going to lock in his vote before the rest of us?
Final answer.
I would give this episode 9 out of 10 sentient doorways into the past.
Wow, a 9. That's pretty good. Daniel?
I'll give it a 9 because it was a very enjoyable episode and a good conclusion to the first part. Because I honestly had no idea where they were going to go with it, and I was a little stressed out the whole time. A 1 because Giorgio left. So I guess if we average that together, it's is that a 5?
Wow.
What?
4.5.
Wow.
4.5.
It's
4.5?
a 9,
Yeah.
it's a 9 episode,
Oh.
but my favorite actor left, so that brings it down to a 1.
Yeah?
Snap.
No, it's still a 9, but
Okay. It's 9 what's?
9 Lords of Leaping. Oh, you want Star Trek?
Precious.
9 Kelpian bowls of soup.
Nice. Okay. Well, I was only.
Wait a minute. Is that Kelpian bowls of soup or bowls of Kelpian soup?
Oh, let's go with that. Bowls of Kelpian soup.
Okay.
Okay.
Yum.
9
Too
high in cholesterol.
9 threat ganglia out of 10. So my score, I'm going to give it, because I still think that there's more to come. So I'm giving it an 8.5 agonizer booths out of 10. Let's see what people are putting in. Let's see. Sharon gave it a solid 9. George says 8 bloody comm badges on the table.
Oh, that's good.
That is good.
Yeah.
Amanda gives it 9 Saru smashes. What?
Okay.
Did this chat just cut out, or is it just me?
That's
Well,
not
Wendy,
sure.
and Sharon also gives it 9 Kelpian ganglia. So a total score of 18 for her, I guess, out of 10. Hey, we have one comment from a new viewer. Kyle Jones says, I would have given it a 10 and planned to give it a 10, but I am not happy that she left. I agree with Daniel. There better be more to come. Well, there is. Section 31.
Mm-hmm. But that needs to be next week's episode, not 2 years from now.
2 years from now. Sorry. That's it.
Well, I'm not watching Star Trek until then.
You are incorrect about that. Just so you know. All right. Thank you both very much for joining me. I really appreciate it. It was a joy to spend an hour with you, as it always is.
Likewise.
Vandy Beth, what's new in your life?
Well, I voted yesterday, and everybody who lives in Georgia and is registered to vote, please get out to the polls and vote for John Ossoff and Raphael Warnock to be our new senators, because that is very, very important if you want our nation to survive. And in my ongoing 1980s top 10 project at my Facebook feed, either tonight or tomorrow, we're going to start looking at the top 10 lists, the Billboard Hot 100 top 10 lists for 1986.
Yes. You're starting my birthday. I noticed last night you're like November of 1985. I'm like, she's almost there.
And that's been the goal.
Google this.
That's been the goal since she started at 1970, was to work up to your birthday.
Yeah, just so I can. I'll pay attention for real now.
That is
okay.
You're the wind beneath my wings, Daniel.
What I'm here for.
So did you post? You didn't post one earlier today, did you?
No.
Okay, I saw yesterday's.
No, I had to go. I had a mammogram today. So if we're talking about exciting things, that was my thrilling activity for the day.
Wow.
And boy, I wish I could have done it twice.
Sharon thinks that Vandy Beth and Daniel rock.
Well, yeah.
Excuse me, Sharon. What about me? What about me?
You're okay, Alan.
Oh.
But I want to say in response to Sharon that she also rocks.
Agreed.
For recognizing that about Daniel and me.
Well, I would say that they do rock because of our band, Hardisons. So if you want to see, I'm going to put out, we just shot a video for the Heart song, Even It Up. I'm going to put that out on our Facebook page tomorrow. So go look for that. Just search Hardisons on Facebook or look through my page and you'll find it. So look for that. Anyway, so thank you all very much. I hope you have a great night. Oh, I'm sorry, Daniel. I'm so sorry.
Not even ask me what's new with me.
What is new with you? I mean, we've already established that Vandy Beth's list is coming up to your birthday, and that's the important thing.
I guess we're establishing this is my last show ever. Great.
I mean, Discovery ended for you tonight. I guess this show should too.
Exactly. Oh, I got nothing. I just wanted to be a sassy bitch.
I figured so.
Well, no, here.
I was gonna say, how about
go ahead.
What about your Etsy store?
Oh yeah, that crashed and burned. We're over that now.
Okay.
My gingerbread house won
it's gingerbread house.
Work today.
It's so funny.
Of it.
Oh my god.
It's a ginger root inside stacks of sliced bread.
Yep, it's my gingerbread house.
That is the worst thing I've ever seen.
What about Voyager?
What about Voyager?
Oh, we broke her.
Buffering.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
now that we're fully buffered. All right, so everybody have a lovely night. Go vote if you live in Georgia.
Mhm.
If you don't live in Georgia, don't vote. You you have nothing to vote for, and you can't vote in ours. So
Regardless of how many people try to think you can, tell you
Yeah.
you think you can.
right.
You can vote. It's just that no one will care.
Yeah.
If you don't live in Georgia, count your blessings that you aren't seeing another horribly exaggerated attack ad every 30 seconds on television.
hmm
Oh my God, I'm so over it.
And they
Can't
all
wait.
contradict each other.
Right, they're
It's
so
like you'll see one about how awesome Ossoff is, and then you see another one about how bad he is, and you see another one about how great he is. Like, I don't know what to do. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I actually do know.
and some of them are so cartoonish. They're just ridiculous. I will say that I am enjoying Warnock's recent commercials because they're not attacking anybody. They're just fun and they're cute and they're kind of silly. And he gets
Mhm.
my vote just because of that.
Sometimes there are puppies in them.
And there's puppies. So a big win for me. All you have to do is have the dog in your video, and I'll pretty much vote for you.
Good to know.
I'm going to not say anything.
Okay, so everybody have a great night. We'll see you. I'm not sure about next Thursday yet because it's Christmas Eve.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure we're definitely not going to do one the following week on New Year's Eve.
Oh, I was going to
Well,
be available for that one.
You were going to what?
I was going to be available for that one.
Okay. All right.
But,
Well, we'll see.
But maybe
I mean-
no one will be tuning in anyway.
Well, I mean, nobody's got real New Year's Eve parties to go to. So we'll just have our own New Year's Eve party.
True. Yeah,
Right
that's an idea.
here. Talking about Star Trek and drinking.
And then the week after that, January 7th, is my birthday.
Is it really?
It really is.
Oh, wow. And that's the season finale.
That is the season finale.
And that's the day before Daniel's birthday.
What?
Exactly.
Yep.
Daniel's born on Elvis's birthday?
No. Elvis, David Bowie, Einstein, William Hartnell, Amber Benson. That's a hell of a birthday.
That is a hell of a birthday.
I'm telling you, that's like winning the lottery on the birthday.
I only share mine with Millard Fillmore.
No. Einstein's birthday is March 14th, so not.
Is it Hawking?
Yes,
maybe it's Hawking. That's it. So even better than Einstein.
So I'm still the least accomplished out of all of them.
Daniel, we would never say that.
You would.
To your face.
Oh my gosh. All right, so y'all take care. Have a great night. Okay. Go vote. Go read a good book. I don't know. Crack open a bottle of wine like Daniel and I did and enjoy life. Yeah. All right, so everybody, see you next time.
Not me.
Bye-bye.
Last episode. Bye.